Two Sides in New York, episode 26. We have Mets, we have Yankees, Jets, and a little bit of Giants. No doofus and congrats guy of the week this week, Reed. You know why?
We got that Wednesday.
You know why?
Next episode. We're going to start doing 2 a week.
I am pissed at these New York Mets. I've had enough, so I'm going to go right into it, and let's meet the mess right now.
Meet the Mets.
We get swept by the Miami Marlins.
Maybe one of the worst teams of the last 20 years.
One of the worst teams all time. What are they? They're only projected to win 50 games this year, and we scored 0 runs in the last 19 innings to the Miami Marlins.
You hate to see it.
We had our 2 top guys going, our 3 top guys going actually, because according to Mickey Callaway and Brody Van Wagen, Steven Matz is a top guy, which obviously he's not. So DeGrom gets absolutely rocked. Steven Matz, he did okay, but we still lost. We couldn't put up any runs. And then Syndergaard, he did all right, but again, we still lost. We didn't put up any runs. I mean, can't really blame Matz or Syndergaard. We got to score some runs, but Jacob DeGrom, I am very disappointed. You cannot do that against the Marlins.
Who rocked him? Who got hits off him?
Brian Anderson got a couple hits off of him.
What about Starlin?
Starlin got a couple hits off of him as well, but it was just a complete mess. And even I'll admit I'll give this to Jacob DeGrom. He had the balls to say that he sucked that night, unlike Brody Van Wagen and a bunch of other guys on this team. Brody is spineless, he's gutless, he's ballless, and he's a puppet.
I thought you loved Brody. I thought Brody was your new GOAT.
He's a puppet for the Mets ownership. He said, this is going to be different. We're not going to be the same old Mets. We're going to have a winning culture. So prove that this is not the same old Mets. And fire Mickey Callaway, because he does not deserve to be there.
Yeah, he sucks.
He's just not a good manager. Apparently he's a pitching guru. That's why he's still around. Well, our pitchers haven't been that great either this year.
No, that's your pitching's probably have been the biggest disappointment with those top 2 guys.
It makes me sick how Callaway's sticking up for Cano, who doesn't run out 2 plays, 2 consecutive days. He doesn't run the first base.
Get used to it, dude. I saw that for 8 years. He's not going to change.
And Cano had the nerve to say in a press conference that players need to step it up. He didn't call himself out. He didn't say, you know what, I've been so bad this year, I need to step it up. Cano calls out other guys on the team. Cano is batting .250. He doesn't run out the balls. His defense has been shit the entire year. And the only notable thing he's done this year is absolutely run over Michael Conforto and give him a concussion, who Conforto is going to be out on the 7-day IL. Hopefully we'll get him back soon, but Cano has been a major disappointment for this team. We're supposed to get a Hall of Fame guy. We're supposed to get a guy who's teaching these young players how to hit.
That's what I told people right away. Cano is one of the worst leaders in baseball. He's an awful leader. That's why the Yankees going to go 10 years with Cano.
I would always say the Yankees messed up by doing that, but obviously they didn't, because Cano.
I mean, they messed up by signing Ellsbury. I mean, they didn't mess up by not signing Cano, but just not giving Cano that 10-year record-breaking contract, because he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't have the attitude of sadly a winner, which is why he hasn't made the playoffs since he left the Yankees.
Yeah, he was. And they asked about his play. They asked about, what about you? You're calling out these guys. What have you done? And he's just like, no, I feel like I've been playing hard, which he hasn't. He hasn't been at all this year.
He doesn't even run it out.
And then another clown who's sticking up for Mickey Callaway's job is Todd Frazier, saying, I have Mickey Callaway's back. Of course you have his back. He's putting you in the lineup every day when he's batting .183 with a negative .4 WAR. Meanwhile, J.D. Davis is hitting the cover off the ball, hitting .276 with 4 bombs. If J.D. Davis was playing every day, his average would be around 300, and he'd have close to 10 bombs, for sure. J.D. Davis deserves to be playing. You know who else deserves to be playing?
Yeah, how much?
Dominic Smith deserves to be playing too. It's ridiculous how Mickey Callaway is just putting out this same shitty lineup every day. I mean, Dom Smith, he's not great. He's not a great outfielder, but put him in left, because Nimmo, he stinks too. I can't believe Nimmo is putting out this kind of season after we expected him to get close to a 400 on base percentage again, and it's just been a joke. And
I think you guys got to make a trade, make a splash, make a move.
We got to, and all management was saying when Todd Frazier was gone was like, oh yeah, we just need to get Todd back. He's a great clubhouse guy. We were 11-5 at that point, and since then we've gone to shit. Todd Frazier.
Yeah, I mean, is he a cancer? Clubhouse cancer?
I think he is because he's taken playing time away from J.D. Davis, a young up and coming player, and he's just showing that when he's on this roster we lose. And we can't have that. You saw him. He's so soft too. He's so sensitive. You see when people throw shade at him on Twitter, he's trying to fight back with them. And you saw.
What about after the game yesterday?
After the game, he's yelling at fans. He's a little baby.
What about after the game? Diaz hysterically laughing with someone. Did you see that?
Well, okay. Diaz.
He laughing after the loss.
Diaz. He's been doing his job, and
I know I'm not talking about his playing wise, but
I know
I don't want to see my teammates laughing after losing to the Marlins.
You're right. I don't want to see that either, but I just think we're lost right now, and we need a leader. You're right. We can't have guys just laughing, and we just don't have any leadership whatsoever.
I think the Mets went into that trade thinking that Cano was going to be a leader. He was going to be the face of that team. He was going to lead them.
Yeah,
but he's just not a leader.
Yeah,
it just comes down to it.
Yeah,
he's not.
Like you said, throughout his entire career, he's never been a leader. We thought that's what we were going to get, but it just shows.
The Mets you guys just don't have a leader right now. Like
yeah.
I can't think of one player that's just like who leads that whole group.
Yeah, you can't say it's DeGrom right now. He's off. You can't say it's Noah because he's saying stupid things like, don't forget about 2015. We were in worse shape than that.
That was 4 years ago.
Exactly. That was 4 years ago, and the league nearly isn't as good as it was back then. It's so much better now, the league.
Yeah.
And, I feel like the only leaders that I could see is Pete Alonso and Jeff McNeil. Those two guys.
Those are two of the youngest players on the team.
Yeah,
they weren't even in the big leagues a year ago.
Yeah, they're playing their heart out. And they should start getting in guys' face saying, "Yo, you're not hustling. You're swinging at pitches way out of the zone. What are we doing here?" In my opinion, they should step up and start getting in guys' face because we're just lost right now.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have a leader for a team. For the Yankees, even if Judge goes down, you got CeCe and Gardy out there, and even I think you admitted that you've seen some leadership from Gary too. So. It's the next man up, and that's what the Mets have to do. They gotta.
It's just a losing.
They need their David Wright. It seems like there's no leadership since David Wright left.
Exactly. The difference between the Mets and the Yankees is when people put on that Yankees uniform, they're like, "All right, this is the pinnacle of baseball," and it gives them a boost. Like Gio, if he was on the Mets, you know who he'd be?
Who?
He'd be Wilmer Flores.
He is like Wilmer Flores, isn't he?
Yeah, but he could become a superstar for the Yankees, unlike Wilmer Flores, who was just a good role player for the Mets. That's the difference between the Mets and Yankees. And
he's incredible. We'll get into him later.
Yeah, and also Morales. If Morales came to the Mets right now, he'd be riding the bench, barely hitting his weight. And now all of a sudden he's with the Yankees. He's hitting go-ahead RBIs, hitting tanks in the upper deck. It's ridiculous, but
he's got some serious pop.
And closing news: Yoenis Cespedes started a running program, so he's doing some more running than Robinson Cano has been doing.
Well, I mean, my grandmother does. So.
And Yo said he will be back before the season ends. Which, I mean, at this point, if we don't do something fast. We don't get some wins fast, that's going to prove to be nothing because...
4 games under. Got to step...
No,
are you 5 games under now?
5 games under 500.
Jeez. You guys got to go on a tear.
Yeah. In closing for the Mets, calling out Brody. If this is a new team, this is a different organization, you got to fire Mickey Callaway. If...
Got to do it?
You got to get someone...
When does he need to be fired by? When's your deadline?
Tomorrow. I don't know why he hasn't been fired yet. How do you get swept by the worst team in baseball history, arguably, and then still have a job? How could you say that this is a competitive baseball team and just get absolutely embarrassed by the worst baseball team? It just doesn't make any sense.
I know. I mean, you got to do something quick.
And lastly, we got to find a leader. We got to find someone who's on this team that could say, "Fuck this, I'm the captain," and we just got to do better. hopefully we'll find that quick, or it's going to be a long season.
I think it's got to be Conforto.
He's got to be
that.
He could be that guy, but
he definitely, when he's on, he definitely has a lot of DJ LeMahieu in him. Can spread the field
for sure. And he has more power. He has more power than DJ LeMahieu too. So he could get you both ways. But
that's true. When DJ wants to crank one, he can, as he proved today.
So now to the lighter side of this, where Reed's going to be pretty happy about his New York Yankees.
Friday night, what a night. I mean, started pretty dim. I mean, down 3-1. And then who steps up leading off the bottom of the ninth? Louis Voigt, man. Just absolutely tanks one. Who he was 3 for 23 in his last 7 games, and now he's 7 for his last 23. So Luke Voigt gets it started 3-2, and then you know what happens next. Gio Urshela comes up. Well, actually, we scored on a wild pitch first. Cameron Maben, I think, got on. I think I'm wrong about that. I don't know who scored the tying run. I forget, but and then Gio Urshela comes up 3-3 and hits an actual bullet over Kiermaier's head in first place.
Oh, Cameron Maben's playing the best baseball of his life, and we can't even get Robinson Cano to run to first base.
Yeah, it was Maben who scored, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that was the DJ walk-off that he scored, actually. I don't remember who scored. Well, I mean, no, Clint scored. But, I mean, Gio, we knew the game was over, though. He just needed a single. But Gio Urshela, man, he just keeps... People are like, he's just a flash in the pan, and he just keeps saying fuck you each and every night after someone says that.
Yeah, it's like what I said. You put on a Yankees uniform, and it just gives you a boost. It makes you want to play your best baseball, and it's proven to be that so far this season.
Definitely, with Urshela and Maben.
Yeah, guys on... Gio's a great player. Like you said last episode, he was a top prospect for the Indians, but didn't really pan out there.
If you watch him, he's an incredible fielder. He can win Gold Gloves with that glove.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And the Yankees have been flashing that leather, too. That play that Glaber made today, that was a very good play.
Yeah, no, I sent that to you right away. Flashing some leather, and this Yankee team, I mean, I know we're a few games under where we were last year, but... they're winning games they didn't win last year. They're so better defensively than they were last year. I mean, no shade at Andujar, but him not making mess at third, and Glaber, who's been pretty good at short and second this year, he had a really rough year defensively last year. He's really being quick with the glove. And Gary, yeah, he has some throwing. He's had 7 throwing errors, but I think only 1 or 2 passed balls, and that's been huge because defense is huge, and the Yankees are just playing better baseball. They're just good chemistry.
Yeah.
Boone's doing a hell of a good job.
What you said about winning games that they wouldn't win last year, that's huge, because if you're a team that could do that, if you could sit back and be like, wow, we wouldn't have won this game last year, but we're winning them this year, that's a good situation to be in.
Well, you just watch the Yankees, and they're just so much better with runners in scoring position this year. Like, Gary, last year at runners in scoring position, he would just whiff on one in the dirt or pop it up and just try to hit the home run. Now I see him just line one the other way or just try to pull one down over the third base line. I think it's really DJ LeMahieu has just really helped this Yankee hitting culture.
Yeah, like Cano was supposed to for the Mets, but that hasn't turned out how we thought it would.
Yeah, I mean, DJ, that's the hitter that Cano's supposed to be. I mean, with a lot more pop. So,
yeah.
But he's amazing. But I don't know. I think DJ can go on a little power tear if he wants to, because he pulled that home run today, which you don't see him often do, and he absolutely cranked it, and that it was a bomb. So I think DJ, he's a special player, really underrated.
Yeah.
But going into Saturday, the Yankees lose first place temporarily after just a great game on both sides pitched. Tanaka looked really good. He looked better than Snell, so he actually outdueled Snell twice in the past week. But unfortunately, Austin Meadows, the Yankees wanted to put in Sessa instead of Ottavino, which was questionable. But Meadows hits a bomb in the 11th, and first place is gone. And then today, we were down 5-3 in the 4th, and then went on a 10-0 run. Then it started with Aaron Hicks's 2-run absolute bomb to tie the game. So Aaron Hicks is back. He's definitely a lot heavier. He looks a little tubby even, but I think it's because of when you hurt your back, you can't.
Oh yeah, when you miss time, it's gonna happen with anybody. Have you seen Cespedes lately? The dude's a balloon.
That's true. But absolute bomb. Love having Aaron Hicks back as a fielder, and also I think Hicks is a pretty good leader on that team too. I don't know. It just seems like all the Yankees, none of them have beef. It's pretty incredible. Like back in the day, you always knew there was something with A-Rod and Jeter. Like it always seems like these guys love each other. It's this new era of the Yankees.
Yeah, which I don't know. Do you think it's better if the team has that brothership camaraderie, or that kind of cutthroat one where they're like, all right, we don't really like each other, but we're gonna band together and get some wins?
I think in this era of baseball, it's better to have guys who all love each other.
Yeah, I think that too.
You've seen that with the past 3 world champions. Cubs, those guys were were really touchy-feely.
Yeah.
Anthony Rizzo. Those guys, they were like brothers, but only closer.
Yeah, same thing with Bregman calling his teammates his boyfriend.
The Astros, those guys dancing, hugging each other.
Say what's
and
up
Red
to my
Sox,
motherfucking
JD
boyfriend.
Martinez and Brock Holt would hump each other after home runs last year.
Yeah, they did. That was pretty weird.
That was. So I mean, I don't think the Yankees are even close to touchy-feely as that. They just have a new hand motion each year. I mean, what was it? Todd Frazier, when he was a good clubhouse leader with the thumbs down.
Yeah.
And then last year, I think we just went back to that, which is why I don't think we did as good. We just went back, regressed. Yeah. And now this year it's like that. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've seen it.
Wait, I'm... Wow, this is a very good podcast moment that I just forgot. This is audio. I just completely forgot this is audio. That's.
Well, I think the viewers know what you mean about their hand
So I was
signal.
talking about, okay, so 17, the Yankees did the thumb down point. Last year they went back. They used to just do this finger point in the beginning of 17 before Todd came. So I feel like they regressed, and now this year they have this little finger wiggle. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's, I don't know. I love these teams. They just seem like they have so much fun.
Yeah. It's always fun watching what the guys come up with in the dugout to get them going.
Exactly. So after the win, I got even better news via Twitter that Giancarlo Stanton is going to be playing in a rehab game, I believe tomorrow. So I know for sure that Didi is playing tomorrow, but yeah, here we go. So Giancarlo Stanton will be playing with High A Tampa tomorrow. So he's still a few weeks away. So I think him and Didi are actually going to be rehabbing together. So that's huge. You got two of the bigger guys, and imagine adding those two to the lineup.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd hate to be that starting pitcher in extending spring training that's gonna have to face Didi.
I mean,
Didi and
Stan. He's playing in high A ball. He's gonna absolutely torch one if he's healthy.
Yeah, it was so funny seeing David Wright in A ball last year.
Yeah, man, David Wright. You guys need your new David Wright.
We do.
But gonna get the boys back healthy. Hopefully Sebi can make it back this year, and Judge is going to ramp things up in a few weeks.
So
I think they said June they're going to try to get him to do activities again.
But overall, Reed's got to be ecstatic getting all these guys back.
Dude, and we're in first place right now, and we're not healthy yet. So I am just ecstatic to see when we get Paxton back, Sebi back. I really want to see this rotation of Herman. Yes, I'm saying Herman is our one. Sebi, Paxton, Tanaka, and CeCe has looked great this year.
CeCe has looked very good this year. You think he maybe...
Why not? Pouring it all in.
Yeah, he's saying this is my last go-round. I'm just going to pour my heart out. But did you see? I don't know. I think he should be suspended. Did you see what he said? I was aiming for it. I was trying to hit him. When he said that?
No, I didn't.
You didn't see that? We got.
What?
So there was a GIF of him like walking off the mound. He's like, and you could see him mouthing, "Man, I was trying to hit him," when he was walking off the mound.
Where? The game in the Bronx or in Tampa?
The game in the Bronx.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was expecting maybe a little retaliation. I'm glad he was trying to hit him. I mean,
Yeah.
we need to, freaking they hit Void after DJ goes yard in Tampa. That's why it went back to. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
What happened in Tampa.
Yeah, I saw that. So,
And CeCe was out, and Judge was out of the dugout too. So, I mean, damn, I wanted to see something happen, but
Yeah.
I'm glad it didn't because definitely things can get unraveled. And it was weird because they didn't put CeCe back out in that game where Voigt got hit because they knew CeCe was going to throw at them first pitch. And then they blew the lead and they got rocked. And CeCe was throwing the ball great. So
Yeah, CeCe trying to headline out there, but I mean, it's
bro,
really,
that's why his teammates love him.
he's all we let guys like Jesse Winkler go. We don't hit them when they're taunting us.
but-
Like, see, that's just the difference between the Mets and the Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees are smart with it. That's why he didn't go. Well, CeCe, he's not an asshole about it. If he's gonna hit you, he's gonna hit you square in the back.
Right. Like, remember Calvin Herrera when he was pointing at his head to who was the other Lowry? Not Jed Lowry. The other Lowry from Oakland. He played in Oakland too.
Who?
Remember when Calvin Herrera threw at Lowry?
Oh yeah. What was his name? Brett Lowry.
Brett Lowry. Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was a hot. Yo, remember when he spiked his helmet at the
ump? Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, no, I remember when. Oh, Calvin Herrera. Wow.
Mm.
Him and rest in peace Ventura. They definitely were crazy with the Royals.
Yeah, they were trying to fight someone every time they were out there.
I mean, Vince tried to fight Mike Trout.
Yeah, come on, Mike Trout. He's a great guy. Why would you try to fight him?
Yep, but one more thing. Congrats to Trout. I'm 250, halfway to 300, and he's 27.
Jeez.
I mean 500. Check that.
He's only gonna get better too, for sure.
That's true. I think his power is gonna, as he gets older, and he won't be able to hit for as high average and speed. I think he's gonna definitely.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna hit tanks now.
Yeah, get him out of center field, put him at DH, have him get bigger. Oh, he's gonna be hitting tanks.
Yeah, I was listening to MLB Network the other night, and Greg Amsinger, he was saying that he thinks it's good for baseball that he signed that deal. That we need guys who are going to stay with organizations for their whole career.
That's true, but you'd like to see him on the East Coast, you know?
That's true, but I mean, how does the West Coast feel about that when you think of it on both sides of the coin?
For sure. I don't know. I just feel like they don't really care about sports as much in California. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Like California sports are not nearly as passionate as us in New York.
Yeah, like imagine if the Knicks got as good as Golden State, people would just be like,
MSG would be packed.
I know. I would probably get annoyed by Knicks fans and be like, all right, come on.
Yeah, well, let's see. I mean, they didn't get Zion, or they're not going to get Zion.
But hopefully KD's on the way.
I mean, you worried about that calf?
No, he's faking it.
He's faking. All right, I haven't been watching. What's the update on that series? Are they?
I think the Warriors have the lead in the series, which no surprise. But I don't think Damian Lillard has been playing well for the Trailblazers. So, but yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Do you think that the Bucks are going to beat them?
No, not a chance.
The Warriors, 4 out of 5 years.
Yeah, they're gonna win it again.
I mean, I don't like basketball, but that's pretty impressive for any sports franchise.
Oh yeah, for sure. The Penguins, when they won 2 in a row, they were dominant then.
Oh, that was incredible.
Yeah.
Too.
But yeah, the Giants.
Move on to your Jets.
Oh yep. Here we go. So this is what I like. I feel like, unlike the Mets, the Jets have a direction of where they want to go. And that's Adam Gase being in control. Adam Gase, he's calling the shots. he's going to do what he feels like is best for the team, which might be trading Le'Veon Bell, which sounds crazy right now, but I get where he's coming from to want to trade him because, he's a running back, hasn't played in a year. You don't really know what you could get from a running back from year to year because that it's an injury-prone spot. You need a lot of O-line protection to be great. And if we could, trade him to the 49ers for a guy like Tavon Coleman, who is already an upgrade from what we had last year, and then get like some draft picks in return, I don't know. I'm not gonna turn my head to that trade offer.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it is either. I feel like it's a commitment we're in with Bell because we did, we owe him a signing bonus as well, and it'd be kind of.
Does he have a no trade?
He does not have a no trade clause. So anything could happen, but
the same thing with Odell, right? Yeah.
I trust Adam Gase. I feel like he knows what he's doing.
You trust Bug Eyes?
I do trust Bug Eyes. I know it's what he's doing. We haven't seen a lot of guys do before. Just coming in and having the GM fired and just calling his own shots. But I feel like he knows what direction this team should go in, and he's going to do whatever it takes. And especially now, there's a lot of rumors that his best buddy Peyton Manning could be joining the team as the GM. If we could get him in there, that would be huge. One of the best football minds of all time, Peyton Manning is. And with him and Adam Gase calling the shots, I feel like the Jets could be a dangerous team.
Yeah, that would be a really good culture change for the Jets.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy there's one New York football team heading in the right direction.
Yeah,
and not lying to their fans and pissing on them.
You heard what Josh Norman said? He said, I
did. I think that's very amusing. Josh Norman, I like Josh Norman as a Redskin.
Yeah,
I hated Josh Norman as a Panther, but I've always liked him as a Redskin.
Have you actually? You like him? Even the beef with OBJ he's had?
Well, Odell's just absolutely torched him each time.
That's true.
He's been on the Redskins.
But for those who don't know...
He torched him at the end of that Panthers game, too.
Yeah. For those who don't know, the quote that Josh Norman said, I think we need to put him on salary talking about David Gettleman.
That's pretty funny. He should. He's freaking...
Yeah.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
Bro, I was happy when Reese and freaking McAdoo got fired. They would have never... Reese would have never traded Odell.
Yeah, but it's been questionable. The Giants sure set up the Redskins to be in a good spot right now.
Yeah, freaking... Oh, my God, giving him Haskins... Oh, it's just... We're freaking just set up to finish and last for just years and years to come.
You know what? I don't want that to happen because I love watching Saquon play. And watching Saquon in a playoff game, that would be spectacular.
It would.
But who knows if it'll be with the Giants?
Oh, my God, man. If we lose... Jeez.
I don't think...
He's
not going to be going anywhere, Saquon, though.
You think they're just going to give him anything and everything he wants?
Yeah, and they'll build around him because you're probably going to tank this year for hopefully for your sake you get Tua or...
Why do we draft Daniel Jones?
Because it was a stupid move to draft Daniel Jones. I don't know why. Why that was even an option.
Why didn't you... Oh my God, the defense would have actually been decent.
Defense would have been very good.
They would have been decent if they drafted Allen.
Yeah, they would have been a very good defense.
They could have been like a shot at 7-9, 8-8. Oh my God.
But hopefully you could get the first pick in this upcoming draft. I think if you guys get the first pick in the next draft, I think that sets you guys up for a pretty bright future.
That's like a year away.
It doesn't happen overnight. You know that.
Just win me a World Series. That's all I care about.
So, NFL vet Chris Long retires. He had a great run. 2 Super Bowl victories in a row with the Patriots and the Eagles. His father, Howie Long, NFL Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. A great guy off the field. Always doing some charity work all the time. So, congrats to Chris Long for a great NFL career.
Yeah, congrats to Chris Long.
And
very fierce competitor and a big voice in the community. So.
Yep, for sure. And wrapping up football, the Colin Cowherd-Odell Beckham feud. Colin, he's so fake.
Colin Cowherd, you're a piece of shit. Sorry, I was holding that in, everyone.
He's so fake. where OBJ showed the text saying that Cowherd was like, "Oh yeah, I'm cheering for you, bro. Good luck." And then Cowherd goes on his show and absolutely roasts Odell Beckham.
Yeah, he roasts him. I mean, like, when you think about it, yeah, like, are those things true? I mean, I don't think that's what makes his career. But, like, yeah, are those things true about Odell? Yes, but if you supposedly, would you ever talk about a friend like that?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No. I would never talk about a friend like that. If I would never
or
do
someone
that to
you're
him.
cool with.
No, I would never do that to anybody.
Exactly.
But, Cowherd, I think he's really good at what he does. He's one of the best, he's up there with Mike Francesa as one of the best all times, in my opinion. So
Yeah, but he's definitely good at what he does. A troll. That's what he is.
Oh, that's a good one, actually. It was definitely a cheap shot. And then
you get Baker. You know Baker's not going to mess around now.
But, I think every player should go. I know it's not mandatory, but I think every player should be going to minicamp. If your other teammates are there working hard, you got to be with them. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a leader. Do you think OBJ could be a leader in Cleveland? I think he
thought
could.
he was a leader with the Giants. I'm one of the few people who thought he was. So I think he definitely will be a leader.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely one of the backbones to that organization now. So I feel like, along with Le'Veon Bell, I feel like they both should have gone to their team's respective minicamps. But,
yeah, he went last year.
Yeah, but
well, that's because he wanted to get paid, low-key.
Yeah, that's true. But yes, other than that, a pretty slow week in football. Nothing much going on. And I think that about wraps it up for this episode. Follow us on Twitter.
I love baseball, man. Don't you?
I love baseball, but I do not love the Mets. I'm just kidding. I love the Mets, but they're just making me very upset right now.
Should have signed Harper. Yo, did you see that home run he hit?
Oh, it was a long one, but he's still batting like what, 222?
Yeah, and he'll still be starting and writing the All-Star game.
He's a joke.
You know who's not a joke?
Who?
Christian Yelich. He's about to hit. He's almost at 20 homers.
Tanks.
19.
Him and Bellinger, dude. That's epic right there. Those two guys. I want to see that in the. Well, of course, I want to see the Mets in the National League Championship Series, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
You want that rematch?
I would like that rematch. Seeing both those guys at the top of their game hitting dingers.
Yeah, but on that Brewers team, Hader, Freddie got to him yesterday.
Yeah, Hader is.
Yeah, walk off.
He's a weapon, but Josh Hader, he's definitely a weapon. Freddie Freeman, he still got it, and the Braves.
I think he's on his way to a Hall of Fame career.
Freddie Freeman, I think so.
Yeah.
Defensively, not much better guys out there with the glove. He's always
just consistent year in and year out, and I can see him just still playing for another 10 years.
Yeah, and don't forget about the Braves, because right now Acuna's hot, Freeman's hot. That's a dangerous team.
Yeah, and Vladdy, 4 home runs in a week. Looking like we're seeing this star break out.
Yeah, for sure. The Vladdy's time is looking like it's now. But the Blue Jays, they gotta build around him,
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna suck, but he's still gonna be a pain.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be well. Vlad Senior, he was never really on many winning teams, was he? Did he win that?
He went to that World Series in 2010.
Angels. Yeah,
those Angels teams weren't that bad.
The Angels teams were pretty good. He was on, but with Montreal, he wasn't really on any good teams.
No, so hopefully he ends up somewhere else.
Yeah. So. That wraps it up for this week's episode. Follow us at Twitter. I'm Metsman19. Reed is 2 Sides of New York on Twitter. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys. Peace out.